Hello and welcome back. This is Danny, and we are reviewing the workbook, Vision, Goals, and Self-Evaluation. We are now in the follow-up to the questions on Chapter 4, which is Life, Vocation, and Choices. The first set of exercises was for you to evaluate yourself in each of these areas: self-confidence, talent, work ethic, intelligence, common sense, compassion for others, discipline, follow through, organization, presentation skills, communication skills, people skills, influence on others, and self awareness. The goal of this exercise, again, is for you to really look at yourself introspectively. And you think about it, if you have a career, a job, and maybe not every 90 days or 6 months, a year, they do an evaluation of your work. And someone comes in, they evaluate you. Maybe if you're a teacher, they come in, they set through your classes, and then they come back and give you an evaluation. And sometimes those can be very positive, and sometimes they can be very frustrating because they don't really understand what you're doing. But here's the point: you have the opportunity to evaluate yourself. And really, that's more important than what anybody else's evaluation is anyway. If we are our own mirror, if we're our own self-evaluator, and we are helping ourselves do that, other people's influence can be really helpful and really important, but should never be a surprise, hopefully, if we get clear about who we are. So again, spend the time, go through those. Again, add to this list. Are there other things that you wanted to add to the list? Maybe you did. There's always space at the bottom for you to do that. So maybe you added those. If so, would love to know what some of those are. And then also think about what you wrote down on each one of those. And kind of introspectively look at this, where think of yourself as kind of the manager of a business, and you're evaluating you as an employee, right? And how do you show up? How do you operate? How do you, what kind of communication skills, people skills, influence, self-awareness? And so try to see yourself from an outside perspective that allows you to be better at this self-awareness. Then we talked about connecting with people. We live in a world of people and connecting, and so it's important that you recognize what your skill sets are. I'm a people person. I know that's shocking. You guys probably all know that, but I love people. I'm curious. Sometimes I try too hard to help everybody, and that gets me in trouble, right? But I'm someone that's curious. I love people. I like helping them. I like making the world a better place. Other people don't like that at all. And so again, all of us are on a journey of figuring out what is right for us, what is the best way for us to use our gifts and skills and talents, and how do we choose a career that is in alignment with those types of things. So by knowing how you connect with people, it's going to give you a lot of insight about what career is or isn't going to be appropriate for you. Are you a risk taker? Do you see the good in other people? Do you like being in front of the crowd? Are you more of a background kind of person? All of these are going to be important. And so what insights? So I really would be curious there to say, what insights did you gain from that? And hopefully you wrote down some bullet points or what paragraphs, however you did it. But what insights did you gain? Anything that you were surprised about? Any new awareness? Anything that you were like, I don't think I realized that about myself. And this is going to really help me as I think about a new career or a transition or getting better in the career that I'm currently in. Or if you're a business owner, I coach business owners. Maybe you're saying, hey, this is going to help me delegate the things I'm not good at, and I'm going to go do all the things that I really am good at. Okay. Maybe this helps you in your partnerships, right? With marriage and family and all the other things that you're doing. You said, okay, this is where I'm strong. This is where I'm weak. And I'm going to really surround myself with people who are good at the things that I'm not. And then what habits are you going to develop, and what habits do you want to break? Again, I said to you before, and really encourage you to take this page and do it again and again and again and again and again, to continue to kind of exercise those muscles, those habits that you want to have in your life. And then we talked about, from all of that, what is the perfect career choice for you? What does it look like? We call this the magic wand question. If I could wave a magic wand and anything were possible, what would that be for you? What did you write down there? And is it the current career you're in? So I love coaching. I am a coach. So yes, I'm in alignment with that. For many years, I was a financial advisor. And even though I loved it and I was good at it, and I those kinds of things, what I realized is I was better at coaching the people than I was being a financial advisor. And so I realized from that my gifts and strengths were in coaching. They were not in producing, right? And so those are things that you might learn about yourself. Maybe you're someone who has the ability to teach. Maybe you're someone who's always wanted to write a book. Maybe you're someone who's wanted to invent something. Maybe you want to cure a disease out there. Maybe it's something as simple as you're someone who just wants to provide a better life for your kids than what you had. Maybe it's something that you want to give back to the world spiritually or emotionally or whatever that might be. What is the career choice for you that's in alignment, and how do you use those gifts and skills and talents to do it? And then how are you living into that? And then what changes or decisions do you need to make to live in alignment with that? Here's the bottom line of this section. Please don't be someone who walks around and complains and hates their job, is miserable every day, doesn't like anybody around them. Guys, if you don't like your life, change it. If you don't like the people around you, change the people around you, right? If you don't like your job, get another one. If you don't like your career, get another one. If you don't like where you're going, learn something new. Find something that you can do. Life is short. Time passes quickly. Live it to the fullest, right? If you want to travel more, start today, not 10 years from now. Do it now, this weekend. Get in your car and drive an hour away to someplace you've not been. That's the best way to start learning how to do it, right? So instead of tomorrow, do it today. Be thinking about it and make it happen. So again, encouragement for you. We're certainly not being tough on anybody, but we will encourage you any way we can. Don't live in the victim world. And don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. You can, right? You do it. Go out there and do it, right? If you mess it up, do it again. If you mess it up, do it again. Who cares, right? Most people don't care anyway. So the point being is get out there and live. Have the career of your choice. If you don't have it right now, start something new on the side, or, if you have a full-time career and that's paying your bills, then start doing something on the side. You can build a YouTube channel now. You can write a book now. You can do anything you want to do. There are so many resources out there. I want to encourage you. Now, wherever you are in the world and wherever you're listening to this, if you don't have access to something, find somebody who does and say, I want to make music. This is what I need. I want to write a book. This is what I need. I want to create a new tool. This is what I need. Then figure out a way to make that happen. And I want to hear hundreds and thousands of success stories of all the wonderful things that have happened. Okay, that's my motivation for you about life, vocation, and choices. Next, we're going to go into section 5, which is now about lifestyle and financial goals. So we'll see you on the next video.